Okay, welcome back to week 2, and this is our question portion. And I was waiting and giving you guys really the weekend to ask more questions, but there only was one question, so I guess one question it is. How do we pinpoint our brand personality and make content around that is consistent? I know what I value, but I get stumped on how to showcase that with my posts. And there's a few things to unpack here. If you're trying to incorporate your personality in your content and you're trying to figure out how you do that, you literally just do it by talking. And I know that that is so hard for people to understand because a lot of people are like, how do you even do that? But if you think about all your favorite YouTubers, your favorite TikTokers, your favorite influencers, the way how you get to know them and the way how they say things lets you get to know them and lets you get to know their personality. Like there's people that like yell here, for example, like Spencer Swa, like he yells on here and he talks very loud, and that's just part of his personality. He's very like loud, he likes to yell, he does his daily screams, and that you incorporate with him. His daily screams you incorporate with him, and then part of his personality you incorporate with like, oh, like Spencer Swa, he's just really real, he's just very loud, and he just likes to tell us his opinion. And here's like another example, because you don't always have to incorporate the same content all the time, but let's just say some coffee shop person decided to start creating content on how it is running a coffee shop and really letting us know literally everything, like from finances, from choosing maybe holiday type things. For example, now Valentine's Day, they're showing us like how do they create new drinks, how do they price them, how all of these things, how do they make them, you know? Let's just say that they always show us how they run their coffee shop, but they can incorporate a piece of content like get ready with me to go and open my coffee shop for the first day of Valentine's Day. And they're doing a get ready with me and they're talking about something totally different that has literally nothing to do with their coffee shop. And although it has nothing to do with the coffee shop, it still is something before they go and run the coffee shop. So they can now talk about something personal now. And now they can show a little bit more of personality. But also when you are doing voiceovers, when you're talking on the camera, talking to the camera, you are incorporating your personality. Maybe you are coming off as silly, you're coming off as like girly, you're coming off as assertive, as a professional, you're coming off as someone that likes to like joke around, and people know that. You just don't really know that because you think that you have to act a certain way and perform a certain way in order to show your personality. But you talking to the camera and you doing maybe your tarot cards, maybe you're talking about your business, maybe you're talking about finances, that's already showing personality. That's why people like talking to you. That's why your friends like talking to you, because of your personality. Because they like the stuff that you talk about. They like how you say things. They like how you view things. So this is just something, and I'm not gonna lie, it is literally something that a lot of people struggle with because they overthink it when it's really just as simple as just talking to the camera and just like kind of having fun with it. Really, I promise it's not that hard. It's just really talking to the camera and getting comfortable talking to the camera, and that lets us know who you are because you're basically talking to us. So it's kind of like when you talk to a friend and when you talk to people, sometimes you're like, just didn't really vibe with them, not because you didn't like them and you hated them, but because just the vibes weren't there. And that's totally fine. That's how we feel with creators. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. Some creators are for us, some creators are just not for us, and that's totally fine. That's literally how it is. And honestly, it's just really creating content and just basically talking. That's kind of like how your personality will shine.